Good morning. September 15th, 2018. Well, we're halfway through the month. I guess you can see this is a new landscape. The backhoe came through and cleared out a lot of the vegetation that was growing up to the fence. And some of it through it, over it, under it, all around it. And now it's a clear path on the other side. I'm not exactly happy about this, but I have my reasons for it. You see, just another 100 feet past, there's an opening for a fire break. They keep it clear. Every year or two, they send the whatever organization is, forestry department, I think it is, to get back there and clear things out. Got a couple of nice oak trees coming up. We talked with the operator of the backhoe, and he took mercy on the saplings. But yeah, this is a new landscape. They'll be coming through here, cleaning up, replacing the old fence posts, probably stringing new wire. They'll have to pull all the vines down. Anyway, this is going to have to be a short one because yesterday I had decided, after a little encouragement from Dibber and his friend, that I would start uploading my videos. Well, I had my first one going. It was uploading for like 18 hours and I was only at 27%. And I just had to say, fuck this noise. I'm going to have to find a better way. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit. All right, Cleo, what are we doing here? We got to finish cleaning this shit out because I got to get busy on the bike. The rains are slowing down. But as you can see, I made a little space. And Hope has some breathing room now. I've been analyzing my hesitancy as to why I have been so reluctant to get her on the road. And a lot of it has to do with the last man I was married to. It seems that it doesn't seem, it was a fact. He had a bike just like this, a 78 Harley Sportster, and he was telling me oh, let's take this for a little walk. I've gotten used to moving around, and it's good for me. Anyway, he had one like mine, and it had a king queen seat on it. And he told me how he had cut open the queen section and stuck a hard rubber hose in it and duct taped the seat shut. Okay. Reason was that the women he would pick up and they'd ride around. And yeah, I can't say they got off on it, but yeah, it certainly did accelerate the excitement. Yeah. That was bad enough. But that was the bike he had his accident on. He was coming around the corner late at night, and I don't know what happened exactly. He just slid. I don't know, maybe he went into the curve too sharply. Maybe the road was wet. For whatever reason, he slid, laid the bike down, and landed in one of those guardrails that they put at curves. So it had to have been a sharp curve. The woman that was riding with him, she walked away with a broken nose. He, on the other hand, he got mangled up really bad. I'm not sure exactly to this day about all the details. All I know is that he ended up with a little bit of muscle and tendon holding his foot on. Now, by rights, you'd think that they would just amputate it and he'd be minus a foot. But for some reason back then, this was late 70s, very, very early 80s, probably 1980 itself. But the doctors chose to try and save his foot. Okay, fine. He went through a lot of surgery, and they managed to save his foot. So that had a profound effect upon me, because I lived with the consequences of that for over 30 years. He couldn't walk properly. I mean, he could walk, but he limped. And adding that to the kind of person he was, it made life miserable. So I didn't even, when I saw the bike listed on Craigslist, I didn't even think about it. I saw the ad, and I read Harley Sportster. I read the price tag. And I said, that's it. She's mine. It wasn't until, a couple months later that it dawned on me. And I know it's fucked up thinking, but for some reason, I just, I couldn't bring myself to bring that bike into my life. I'm not superstitious, but I do pay attention to omens. And this one hit too close to home in so many ways because it just touched way too many buttons. And I don't know if you've noticed, in my very first video, there's this like a turquoise blue light that bounces around for a while in the video itself. And then day before yesterday, when I was on my rant and I did 2.5 miles, there was a white light bouncing around for a while. Now, I am probably one of the first people to be skeptical of a lot of shit, but I am a strong believer in things supernatural. Not because I think it's cool, although it is. It's because I have had so many experiences. And this area here is it's very active spiritually. We have about 5 miles as the crow flies that way. There is the remains of a Civil War POW camp. Now, somewhere down that way is an Indian burial mound. And then, maybe 1.5 miles as the crow flies due south of me is Alligator Alley. And on top of all of that, my property, this area around here, sits on top of an aquifer. Now you wonder, okay, you can see 2, possibly 3 connections, but you have to understand that water, active water, creates an energy, and it's very, very drawing for spirits. So, yeah, those 2 lights were probably ghosties, as I call them, because, you know, they're curious too. I'm sure a lot of you are laughing your asses off at me, but I've got stories that I'll probably share with you in time. But right now, in regards to my bike, things were not good between he and I when he died. Not good at all. And I had written him off. I had said, whatever karma comes around, I'm making the conscious choice not to have anything to do with you. And him being the spiteful, revengeful person that he was capable of being and had demonstrated times over, it wouldn't have, I wouldn't have put it past him to do a little something. And like I say, it's all speculation, but it's based on experience. And that was not a very good experience at all. I'm sure you ask, why stay? Because despite its rundown condition, this is mine. I found it, and I worked my ass off for 20 years to pay for it. I paid my price. But in regards to the bike now, like I said, I'm getting back amongst the living, and that's what I'm going to do. Life is good. Be well, ride safe, keep the rubber side down.